Hi guys, this is Ranjit and welcome to the second Q&A session of 2021. Last month we posted and many of you liked it, so we're doing it again. And I've taken some questions that you have posted on Twitter, so about 17 or 18 questions we'll answer. And the first question that I got is from Sudur Shetty. He's asking, now budget segment also started offering AMOLED high refresh rate screens. Do you think there'll be some quality compromises? I think so, Sudu, you're referring to the new Redmi Note 10 series. I'm really happy that Xiaomi has brought that AMOLED screens to now that mid-range market also. And not only just normal AMOLED screen, even 120 Hertz. So this is actually a good move because what we see in this Indian tech industry is that one player has to do that and others will follow. And I'm pretty sure now that Xiaomi has done it, Realme will be also compelled to do that. So it's a good move in the long run. Yes, there might be some quality compromise. Let's see what they do. I've heard that they are Samsung panels, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. But yes, I will be buying the Redmi Note 10 Pro on 17 when it comes out. And after testing it out, I'll give you my fair review. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Anuj. He's asking, what are your views regarding the new Mediatek Dimensity chipset versus Qualcomm ones, both mid-range as well as flagship segments? Okay, actually I haven't tested any of the super high-end Dimensity chipsets. In fact, we don't have any smartphones with that. The Dimensity 1200 series, yes, I had tested one Dimensity 1000, that was one of the Oppo phones, and even the Dimensity 800U. And I would say I like the Dimensity 800U in the mid-range. In fact, I would say it performs slightly better than in real-world usage than even the Snapdragon 750G. So I would say it's a very good processor. What I like is it's a very power efficient processor. The battery life is really good on that and no heating and stuff. So I hope we see more phones with the Dimensity 800U chipset, and in fact it's good for us as consumers, guys. If Qualcomm has good competition with Mediatek, end result is that we will get smartphones at a cheaper price and better chipsets. The Snapdragon 775 should also come out in some of the phones, but again I feel they'll try to have that premium, generally what Qualcomm has that. But yeah, the competition is good, and actually these new Dimensity chipsets are actually pretty good. Anyways, next move to the next one. This is by Ankur. He's asking, hey Ranjit, my question is why tech YouTubers are nowadays promoting and portray a phone like it's awesome even by just seeing its specs and price. That's a horrible thing. Phone example, Dum Dung A32. Honestly, Dum Dung A32. So I think so you are referring to the Galaxy A32, which was just announced, and just yesterday quite a few YouTubers actually posted a video about it. In fact, I didn't post about it because frankly speaking, it's not like I was not getting a review on it. I was getting a review on it. In fact, once I came to know about the pricing of the Galaxy A32 that's priced at 22,000, I wrote to the Samsung PR team, please don't send me the device because I find it not worth it with the G80 SoC at that price point. So others have covered it, but frankly guys, if you want my opinion about it, yes, I always knew that there will be a certain premium for the A series because it's an offline centric smartphone. And generally Samsung, if you compare with other smartphones, has that premium of about 20-25%, and A series being an offline centric phone, so I thought yes, there will be a premium of about 35%. And in my mind I thought yes, it's having an AMOLED screen, 90 Hertz, everything. Yes, it doesn't have that good processor, that's the Mediatek G80. I thought that it will be priced around 15 or 16,000, but when I came to know the pricing at about 22,000, it's just bonkers. G80 at 22,000. What are these guys thinking? I just don't get it. And I don't know why others also, I don't know what they're doing. They should have also rejected it and said that we don't want to cover this phone because it's just simply overpriced, but others are doing. But frankly speaking guys, it's just way overpriced for that G80 SoC at 22,000. If Samsung would have given a new SoC like the Dimensity, etc., and even charged a little bit more, 25, 26,000 or whatever, I would have covered it because at least you're getting a new processor and it's a 5G capable processor. So this device won't get outdated. But using a G80 and selling it at 22,000, I don't know, man. But I hope other reviewers also, if a phone is like very idiotically priced or something, just deny the brand, we won't cover it. If enough of us do that, then the brands will get into the head. Yes, we just can't take things for granted. But that's not the case. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Suhi. He's asking, how satisfied are you with the recent changes Samsung has been making with their phones? It isn't surely the old Samsung we know. Again, I think so you're referring to the Galaxy A32's pricing. Guys, Samsung is always like that. A series prices are generally overpriced, but yeah, this time they went overboard with the G80 at 22,000. So Samsung is always like that, guys. With M series, they are a little bit more aggressive in the pricing. And what I've seen Samsung is that they release some two or three phones with a very good pricing. If that comes to my mind, that's the Samsung Galaxy M51, or even if you talk about the F62, those are actually very well priced considering the Samsung brand and the premium that you're paying for the Samsung brand. But again, then they'll release a bunch of smartphones with idiotic pricing. That's how Samsung is. Some phones good, decent pricing, some overpriced. So that's how Samsung is. So again, I would say you have to be careful with what do you say. You just can't recommend every Samsung smartphone that launches, to be frank. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Techie Sick. He's asking, if you have the same hardware, will you choose Android versus iOS? This is very easy. I would definitely go with an Android phone compared to an iOS because, guys, I would say iOS feels boring after some time. Whenever new iPhones come, I purchase them, use them, but after a month of usage, I just get bored. That way, Android, you have a lot of flexibility, a lot of different form factors. And guys, it's simple fact that way more Android phones get released. So I prefer Android compared to iOS. That's my frank opinion. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Vinay. Thoughts on OnePlus tie-up with Hasselblad for cameras improvement? Will it be flagship level good or just a gimmick to improve the phone price tag? Thoughts on OnePlus 9? The OnePlus 9 will come with the Snapdragon 888. Yes, the Pro will come with the Hasselblad branding. And guys, I would suggest watch this video by Michael Fisher. I'll just leave it in the description, that link. He talks about the branding of what these smartphone companies do, how it works, and etc. It's a very interesting video. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Sometimes it's just the marketing stuff. Sometimes there are some improvements, but let's see. But watch that video by Michael Fisher. He talks about that very well. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Puppy Bhai. Do you think Samsung, the frame is a good QLED TV to buy? Mr. Puppy, I haven't tested the recent frame series because of the situation that we are in. But in 2019, I went to Samsung's headquarters in Delhi, and there I had the chance to check out the 29 edition of the frame. And I would say it's a very good TV because it's the same QLED panel that they were using on their more expensive counterparts. So yes, if you're getting the Samsung frame for a good price, you can go with it because they're using the same good quality 4K QLED panel on that. Again, watch the video that I posted about 2 years ago to get an idea. This is by Drones. He's asking, do you think speed test really matters nowadays? Because nowadays I've been reviewing many channels judging a phone by speed test. Also saw some people who judge phone by specification, not even buying that. I frankly do not believe in those speed tests, side-by-side speed tests. And what is that? Is that real-world usage? Yes, some phones might load 2 seconds faster, some might load 2 seconds slower, but does that really matter? Yes, RAM management is an important thing, that I feel that matters, but the general speed test, I don't think so. It gives a very good idea. What I generally do is I never do these speed tests. If you have noticed, yes, they get a lot of views, that's why many other YouTubers do that. I generally don't do that because I try to concentrate on the real world performance of a device. How does it perform? Maybe the specs look very good, but in real world, it might not perform that well. It might heat up a lot or might drain the battery a lot, or the call quality might not be that good. So I concentrate on these. So speed test, I would say that's immaterial, but yeah, what they do with the RAM management, that is sort of important because I've seen many of the custom UIs, they suck in RAM management. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Soham Dasgupta. He's asking, I just want to know your initial thoughts about the new Moto G lineup that's going to launch on 9th of March. That's on Tuesday. Soham, from what I know, these are not going to be like very high-end smartphones. These are going to be budget-oriented smartphones that will be launching. This is by Vinay. Yeah, he's asking, sir, give us clarity on the wireless charging. Some tell it's not good as it's inefficient. Should I use a wireless charger for iPhone for the long run? Vinay, I have a lot of flagship smartphones and almost all of them do support wireless charging. And it's not like I don't have wireless charger. I have one on my desk. But I personally do not charge my phones normally with the wireless charger. And the thing is that when you charge your phones with the wireless charger, it heats up like crazy. And if you know, heat is the enemy of your battery in the long run. So if you daily charge your phone with a wireless charger, your battery will definitely get effective, no matter what others say. It will happen. So I generally don't use wireless charger a lot. Yes, I use it in a pinch sometimes. For example, in my car, I sometimes use the wireless charger, but regular permanent charging with wireless charger, I just don't do that. And I would say avoid it. Yes, it's a convenience thing. If you use it sometimes, occasionally, it's fine, but not for regular charging. That's my frank opinion. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Suresh. He's saying, hi, why smartphone prices decrease over here on exchange for any mobile, whatever the price may be? Is it better to invest in gold as its price increases over here? How would you suggest the best value for money mobile in this prospect? Suresh, in fact, just a year ago, I made a video that smartphones are the worst investment that you can do. These smartphones are the most depreciating asset. That depreciation means a value of something, let's say it's 100 rupees today. After 2 months, it will drop down to 80 rupees. That's how smartphones are. So if you buy a very expensive smartphone also today, its price won't stay the same. It will go down like crazy. And for Android smartphones, guys, after a year and a half, you won't even get 40% of the price, 35-40% of the price. So again, don't invest a lot in a smartphone. I would say, in fact, these days, mid-range smartphones offer almost everything. Earlier, the camera is also not that good, but now in the mid-range space, specifically 16 to 20,000, you're getting some very good smartphones with that 48 megapixel cameras and stuff. They actually do a very good job. So I would say practical use, you don't need to buy a flagship smartphone. Yes, you get that bragging rights. Yes, slightly better camera, wireless charging, vagara, vagara. But if you think it's an investment, my friend, you'll be sorely disappointed. Anyways, I won't invest into the gold also. If you have that extra money, invest in mutual fund or something, a good fund or something, and wait for 5 years. You'll definitely get way more value. After 5 years, try selling your smartphone. Will anybody buy it also? Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is Meet Param. Why brands offer low spec devices like some Oppo and Vivo phones are priced at 14,000 for G35 processor and are specially targeted for offline stores, and store employees emphasize customers to buy such phones? Actually, I've answered the question yourself. Vivo and Oppo and even the Samsung A series, etc., are smartphones that are mostly sold in the offline market. And if you know, I've seen smartphones that are designed for online market. They are very different. They generally have good specs and the pricing is also lower. What happens in the offline market is that many users don't even know what processor it is. For example, normal person who's coming, he won't even know a difference between the G80 or the G95 or even, let's say, Dimensity, what is it. So it's very easy to sell them, and that's where they get their margins. They sell these phones like that. The shopkeeper also gets very high margins for these kinds of smartphones. For example, if it's an online centric smartphone, that shopkeeper might be getting a commission of just 500 rupees. But when they try to sell these offline smartphones like Oppo, Vivo, or even the Samsung A series, the commissions that they get are far higher, 2,000, 3,000 rupees. So they have the simple maths. The shopkeeper will sell that offline centric smartphone more than the online. That's why we see Oppo, Vivo, and many of the Samsungs, A series specifically, they are priced quite high because indirectly these brands have to pay that commission to the shopkeepers. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Abhinav. Do you think it's worth buying a 5G phone in 2021-22 if you are living in a non-metropolitan city, given the current pace of rollout of 5G in India? I live in Goa, and here even Geo Fiber has not rolled out completely. Yes, you are right. The 5G rollout initially by next year, we expect to see 5G, but it will be mostly in top metro cities, guys. Across India in smaller cities, we won't see a 5G rollout as immediately. That will take a long time. So yes, I would say yes, we will definitely get 5G, some sort of 5G in by next year, but again it will be restricted to top metro cities for the time being, I would say, for the almost first 2 years. Then only it will slowly start moving to other small cities. This is by Vino. He's asking, did you pre-order the Starlink SpaceX? No, I did not order this. And this is a sort of a satellite internet connection for those who don't know. It's by, Elon Musk. And you get a dish, you put it on your roof or terrace, and you connect their modem, and you get internet via satellite. So I haven't ordered it because two things, guys. I don't need it right now, and it's pretty expensive. I think so. Initially, you have to pay about $100 to register it, and the monthly fee is also very high, about $100. So India, after taxes and everything, it will be 8,000 rupees. And speeds that you generally get with that, as of now, they're telling us about 50 to 150 megabit. Here, we have Geo Fiber, Airtel Fiber, etc. in city where I live, and here I can get for around 1,000 rupees, about 150 to 200 megabit connection via fiber. So it simply does not make sense. But yeah, if you don't have good internet connection, you're living in a remote area or something, yes, it makes sense. But again, guys, it's just pre-booking as of now. They're going to roll it out from next year, 2022 in India. But certainly expensive service. This is by Shubham. Hey Ranjit, how is your family doing? I'm fine. What should be the budget for a 4K smart television around 40ish inch? Kindly give some suggestions. We want only big market players. I'm doing fine. And regarding 4K television, and I feel your criteria is you don't want to spend a lot. You can easily get 4K televisions these days in that 40, 55 inch. You get a lot. And I would suggest, if you're not planning to spend a lot, check TCL. Because I have actually recommended these TCL 4K televisions to even some of my family members, and they are pretty happy with it. So TCL is one brand that I can recommend, because TCL is indirectly a big OEM. In fact, they supply, they make indirectly televisions for other brands, where other brands just label it. So you can go with it. But again, if you have the budget, higher budget, then you can even look at the LG and Samsung. But those will be definitely priced quite a bit premium, about 15,000 premium you have to pay for that. This is by Rajshekharan. He's asking, why are processors underclocked? In the past, there have been examples where a 13,000 phone with and a 25,000 phone both had the Snapdragon 710, comparing some Realme phones with the Nokia 8.1. Former turned out to be underclocked. Rajshekhar, the clock speed of a processor, for example, let's say it's a Qualcomm processor, they say the maximum clock frequency might be, let's say, 2.5 gigahertz. But to attain that 2.5 gigahertz clock frequency, that's the max, the phone actually needs to have a lot of other things also. The cooling, how is the cooling? Then the manufacturer might have to put thermal paddings, graphite, so that the phone does not heat up. So again, yes, a phone that is priced at a premium might be able to do that. But let's say it's a budget-oriented phone, mid-range phones, they simply can't spend that much on that. So what they do is that, so that it doesn't overheat and we start shouting, they underclock it. So that instead of, let's say, 2.4 gigahertz, the maximum frequency that will internally go might downgrade it to 2.1 gigahertz. So this does happen. So this is by Vishnu. He's asking, do you import products from any China, Banggood, or Amazon, US, Europe? If yes, can you make a video on how do you buy stuff? I generally don't do that. I would say from Amazon, yes, I have the US, I have imported one or two things earlier, but now I don't do it. From Amazon, it is generally safe, because what they do is Amazon actually takes the custom fees with that product itself, and they actually handle the customs. So you don't have to worry. But with these Chinese brands and stuff, Banggood, only about 3 years ago, from Banggood, I ordered one vacuum. It came after 2.5 months, first thing. And the big issue is customs. You just don't know how much customs duty will be charged. And these days I've heard that custom guys are charging whatever they want, 50% on the product, 70% of the product, and you simply cannot argue with them. If you don't pay that custom fee, when the delivery guy comes, he'll just take the product back. So I'm not importing anything now, guys. So this is the last one. This is by Saurav. He's asking, my question is related to the Xiaomi's new model of the Note series, Redmi Note 10 Pro. I want to know, will there be any performance issues while gaming, mostly because it's 120 Hz with 732G. That's the Adreno 1618 chipset. That's why I'm worried. Actually not many of the popular games support 120 Hz. Yes, some of them do support 90 Hz. So that won't matter, but yes, it will be interesting to see how it handles at 120 Hz. So you might have to lower it on 60 Hz for heavy games, because I'm also a little bit curious how will it handle. My thing is, how will the UI handle that 120 Hz in normal usage? Because I have tested the Mi 10i, and if you have seen my review of that, though that one also has 120 Hz, but within the UI sometimes I was noticing some jitters. Even while scrolling Twitter and stuff, I was noticing that jitters. I hope they have fixed it, but again, I won't comment as of now. I will be ordering that phone on 17th March when it goes on sale via Amazon. Again, watch the video that I posted just 2-3 days ago regarding this one. I'll leave it in the description. So once I have tested, then I'll talk about it. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I hope they have optimized it well. So guys, these were the questions for this tech Q&A session. And guys, if you're still not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, because I'm hearing that now the algorithm takes into account that like button. So if you found this video interesting, hit that like button. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.